Max, I gotta ask, your favorite card in the world has always been the Inferno Tower. I know this, I know you well. You love the Inferno Tower. Just joking, you hate it. But do you think that card might be good in this new game mode?
My community and me, we think this card is in the normal mode way too defensive, but in this mode where you've got no tower at all, it might be pretty okay to play it. It's even pretty strong against the Golem, which is strong in this mode.
Yeah, absolutely. It's weird because we'll see as this day progresses here is that all the cards that you think are really good, they might not be so good. And cards that you think are kind of lackluster, they might have new purpose in this new game mode. Right. So speaking of the new game mode, let's take a quick look at the bracket today, and then we'll look at the new arena.
Of course. We've got 8 players today competing on 4 teams in a double elimination bracket. Despacito and Four Eyes will go up against each other first, and Soccer Over Football will play against Tryhard. The losers will hop down to that lower bracket, while the winners stay up on top.
Так, ребят, всем привет, сегодня с вами Ставьте, и сегодня мы с вами посмотрим турнирчик по новому режиму в Clash Royale. Так, сейчас чекну, как мне слышно.
Basically, you don't want to lose 2 matches, you're out.
You'd be kicked out.
Все отлично.
No shot at the $200,000 gems. Incredible.
Ну что ж, вроде этот режим очень офигенный. Сейчас будем смотреть с вами и не расходитесь. В этот режим мы скоро все вместе сможем поиграть, поэтому готовимся, смотрите. Это турнирчик еще сейчас между игроками, поэтому...
The map has 2 end zones. You can see the opponent's end zone over here and my end zone over here. The goal is very simple: to get any troop,
покажет нам, что нужно сделать, объясняет там.
To the opponent's end zone. Once they cross that line, the round is reset. The clock isn't reset, but you score a crown. First team to 3 crowns wins.
Здорово.
Or, of course, if the regulation ends,
ставьте лайки, ребят, это очень поможет.
Yes, if it gets to sudden death, just like normal Clash Royale, it goes double elixir mode, just like normal Clash Royale, and it's sudden death. The first person to get that touchdown wins the match.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really interesting format. There are a couple other rules to this new game mode, which we'll go ahead and discuss as the stream progresses, Woody. But for now, let's go ahead and meet our first teams in this tournament here. So let's go, guys. We have Team Despacito. Go ahead and take your podium, gentlemen.
Первое, вот эти ребята у нас играют. Посмотрим. Да, тут 2 на 2 походу. Прикольно. Против? Опа, против таких ребят, окей. Сейчас будем смотреть.
Gentlemen, start your drafting. So, it's a good time to talk about this, but this new game mode is going to be just draft for now. So basically, every single time 2v2 we enter into the game, it's you draft and then you play.
Драфт, что-то говорят. Да, это драфт, прикиньте.
You and your teammate both working on it together to try to build a deck that has good offense and solid defense.
Absolutely. It's a little bit different though, because obviously we know no towers. So cards such as spawner decks or spawner cards, Tombstone, Furnace, Barbarian Hut, all those cards have like a different purpose now. And we see cards like Battle Ram being
это должен быть очень интересным режимом. Сейчас посмотрим. Мне кажется, там принцы решают.
They're going to target the opponent's end zone, Woody. And that's a really easy touchdown if it's not checked.
Yeah, so big, heavy bodies like the Golem, Lava Hound, they'll make that big march toward the other side. But you still might be able to sneak in with something small like a skeleton, and either troop is worth a crown.
Absolutely, and this is round 1, so here we go, fight. The little goblin referee runs into the side here, and this is the first ever look at the brand new game mode here. So,
Mortar, the first card to get played.
Так, ну что, погнали и смотрим, как будет этот первый матч. Смотрим. Ага, вот бежит у нас Тура. То есть он должен дойти до той полосочки снизу или же сверху. Смотря как... Окей. Я думаю, сейчас здесь сразу же так будут ну, бежать и сразу будет тащить, но нет, смотрите. Тут все, я смотрю. Смотрите, как красиво сделаны башни. Влад, здорово. Смотрите, насколько красиво сделаны эти башни. То есть, ну, замесь главных башен, такие вот штучки, не знаю, как сказать. Что это? Давай, пока. Ой-ой-ой. Капец, затащил. Вы видели, ребят? Я в шоке.
Alvaro and Anthrax connected with that balloon. Even though it was low on HP, they had that clutch lightning to finish it off and get the touchdown there. But remember, the match is still alive. There's 3 minutes, and that was only 1 touchdown scored, aka 1 crown in the battle.
This is a big, heavy push out the left side. A Royal Giant and a Lava Hound, but it might get burnt up by an Inferno Dragon. Oh, nice tornado pulls them all in, and I think that the defense is going to
Смотрите, как бандитка подбегает.
What, do you see that bandit over there kind of dashing between skeletons on that tombstone?
So sneaky. She goes pretty fast.
Absolutely. And one thing that you have to notice too is that tombstone is constantly providing skeletons. Every single one of those skeletons has to be dealt with in this game mode, because all it takes is 1 errant skeleton to creep by on the opposite side.
Ой, палач там хорошо идет.
Oh man, Ash, I'm so used to just taking a little bit of damage here and there to try to build up an elixir advantage. But at no point in this game can you allow even 1 unit to cross your in zone line, can you?
Absolutely. It's definitely a whole new game, and you can see you want to pay attention to this battle ram over here on the
Ну, в
left-hand
принципе, реально
side.
неплохой режим, так я вам хочу сказать. Я бы хотел бы в него как можно быстрее уже поиграть. Это уже никак не исправить. Так понятно, что это не исправить. Так это не я дебил, это ты неправильно сделал. В чем тут я? Вот что ты ты... Ну, типа, короче, ладно, сейчас. Тем более там Изи просто наложил, все то же самое сделал, и все. Ты ж недолго это делал, не то. Капец, все-таки здесь плотно, ребята. Я думал, здесь будет жестко. А ну-ка, что если время выйдет? Надо посмотреть, что если выйдет время. Ну, мог раньше сказать. Ну, мог ты не допускать ошибку. Опять шарик, опять шарик. А, нет, ничего. Ребята красные затащили первую каточку. Первую каточку они затащили. Давайте смотрим дальше.
There's a certain strategy you can play more defensive. This isn't like the normal 2v2 or even 1v1. This Clash Royale like we've never seen before. Again, this is coming next update, so this is a good time to kind of scout out.
Базарят, а мы пока ждем следующую каточку. Кто не поставил лайк, плиз, поставьте, это очень поможет данному стриму. Прикольный реальный режим. Что нам мне показывают, какие они карты выбирают, интересно. Давайте уберем много сюда. Пишите что-то в чатике, что вы думаете об этом режимчике. Мне лично очень нравится.
But just a lot like normal Clash Royale in where you've got towers, you can also have different sorts of decks being built even with draft mode. You can have big heavy decks that march strong in one side of the arena.
Я уже так жду, чтобы Brawl Stars, вот, знаете, все время был. Очень часто турниры по Brawl Stars, мы так все это ждали. Потому что Brawl Stars пока не популярна, и ее даже нет на андроиде. Поехали они новую каточку играть.
You're much more better off going really, really hard with that Golem and Giant Lava Hound all in the same area.
Стоп. А, да, есть стрелы все-таки. Я уже подумал, может, стрел нет. Хотя нет, это было очень жестко.
That was a clutch log, but it just barely missed one of the Spear Goblins, who was able to kill that Ice Wizard over on the right. Nice job on defense here to Eclipse and Orange Juice. They managed to take that push out.
Ну что я могу сказать, пока нет никаких приоритетов у тех... О, смотрите, варвары бегут с шлемом. Все? А, офигеть, вы видели? Там тупо затолкал этот Как он? Таран затолкал варвар. Ферни, здорово. Прикольно, реально, только что очень эпично вышло. Спасибо за 2 лайка, кто поставил лайк, вы топчики. Так. Уже так хочу сам поиграть в этот режимчик, особенно с друзьями. Мне кажется, это интересно.
But maybe they placed that one a little bit far forward to try to catch that lava hound early. What do you think they were thinking there at?
Что, если лава сейчас распадется? Почти.
Because what that does is it prevents the enemy's troops from crossing the end zone. They'll essentially stop right at the end zone.
Ой-ой. Не попал, только попал. Не повезло.
This could be trouble here for Alvaro and Anthrax coming through. Of course, they have enough elixir to deal with it, and you can see OJ and Eclipse doing something smart here. They're hitting the opposite lane as well.
A little bit of push at the left and the right. That giant uncontested though. He's making the march
надо
for the
дефать этих
pin.
варов. О, найс. Первый раз они затащили. А сколько они играют? Интересно. Играет, кстати, у нас Деспасито я так сказал, против Isis, то есть они, ну так, чисто игровой турнир. Посмотрите первыми и поиграть в этот режимчик. Ну, красные пока сильнее, у них больше побед.
Graveyard is a weird card in this game, though. There is no tower for it to target. However, the skeletons do a good job kind of swarming and distracting. At the same time, if they do reach the end zone, they all have to be accounted for.
And I like the fact that they kind of split on the left and right.
Yeah, Graveyard might have
Сколько зрителей, интересно, сейчас на этом стриме? Почти 100 тысяч, прикиньте, ребят. 100 тысяч почти смотрит новый режим.
As OJ was saying early on, you have to know and study all the new
Я в
kind of
шоке.
aggro zones for every individual card.
Капец, у них спам, конечно, колода ужасная.
Whenever a unit has just a little bit of health left, it still presents a big threat that has to be responded to. Bandit dashes out on that right side to kill the Executioner, and that's a good exchange for Team Despacito.
And we are in sudden death overtime right now. It's 1-1
Мне кажется,
in this round.
Деспасито
This is
вот эти
huge
красные
right now, so
опять
the next,
затащат, потому что у них
next team
тупо
scores a touchdown,
этот
will pick up this victory. Elite Barbarians
пуш
played right in the
дека
middle of
и
the
это
arena.
ГГ. Да.
Can Sparky charge up fast enough?
Battle ram, battle ram.
Oh, too slow! Elite Barbarians and a battle ram crash into the mortar, and they're about to cross the finish line.
That's gonna be it. Oh, look at the spear goblins. Oh, it's just too much coming in there.
Хорош, пацаны.
The BM rocket lands.
Какой раз они уже вытаскивают их? Только не могу понять, почему им не добавляют справа вот той рамочки ощущения. Смотрите, хлопнем такой прикольно сидит.
Nicely done, guys. You know,
give it up again for Team Despacito, guys.
You know, Despacito may mean slowly, but those guys were going awfully fast towards the tower. I saw Elite Barbarians and Battle Rams running straight for him.
Yeah, 2 questions. Number 1 is, do you guys have the Bieber fever, Despacito?
Капец, пацаны. Они там все могут.
Actually, we don't even like the song, so we don't know why we picked that.
We don't like the song. We just have the Bieber jersey underneath, and we named ourselves and the tattoo. Okay, but seriously, good job there. What do you think the key to your victory was early on? You know, what do you think the biggest strategy advantage you can make in this new touchdown game mode is?
Yeah, I think in this game, the fast units are really good. I mean, the Bandit, the Elite Barbarians, Bramham. I mean, we try to combine all these units to make a good push, either with the left line or the right. I mean, there is no a line, but you know.
Yeah, there's kind of lanes anyway.
Yeah, so that's how we try to get the victory, and it worked.
Yeah, at the very end there, you guys like swarmed.
Ну, видите, он говорит, что здесь очень полезные эти скоростные юниты, которые просто по флангам обходят всех. И, короче, нужно брать скоростных юнитов, там принцы и всякое такое.
Quite managed to clinch the win there, but it is double
Таран,
elimination, so you've got a chance to move on from the lower bracket. Tell us a little bit about what you learned from this first match.
The Goblin hut, Barbarian hut, all the spawners are really good with all the swarm troops. Even if a
Ребята,
skeleton
кто не
gets to the
писал,
end zone, then you're done.
поставьте,
So
давайте
those
наберем
huts are one of the best
давайте
parts
хотя
in
бы
the
5
game,
лайков
including the
наберем,
golem,
если
which they surprised us
есть такая
with at the end.
возможность
We got a little
просто.
scared. We had Sparky, we had
Сейчас
Inferno
уже
Tower, we
поздно,
just
поэтому
threw
голос
everything at it.
Well, good game, guys, and you're not out of it yet. So definitely strategize, get back in there, and I have confidence. I have faith in you guys to pick up a big W in the next bracket.
Так, ждем следующего матча уже.
All right, speaking of brackets, why
реально
don't you go
неплохой.
ahead and let's take a look at the bracket here.
Absolutely. Let's get that
Новый
bracket up on
гейммод.
screen and see where
3
our
лайка.
teams are now.
Спасибо.
Despacito moving on
Кто
to
поставил?
that next round.
Так,
Four
ну
Eyes
вот,
goes
как мы
down to
видим,
the lower
выходит
bracket.
Despacito.
They'll be
Следующий у нас,
competing
я так
against the
понял,
loser
играет
of Soccer Over Football versus Tryhard, whereas Despacito
вот
is
эти
going to
вот
go up
Soccer
against the
Football
winner of that
и
match.
Tryhard, и потом, получается, там будет третий матч, это проигравший с проигравшими, а потом у нас играют, ну, потом уже кто выходит. Я так понимаю.
And their
Если не ошибаюсь,
opponents
то как-то
will
так.
be from Germany, Team Tryhard. All right, gentlemen, start drafting.
I am really looking forward to this Brazil-Germany matchup, Ash. What about you?
I know, we saw some very, very hot contests earlier on, yeah. And speaking of hot, it's hot up
Ну,
here,
что
man.
говорит,
This
то,
crowd is
что очень
electric right now. I'm feeling the energy in here.
There's flames coming out of the side of the arena.
There are
too.
indeed flames coming
Так,
out.
ну
but,
вот они
yeah,
сейчас, я
speaking
так
of
понял,
flames,
да,
we saw,
выбирают
that
карты.
rocket at the
Но
very
мне кажется,
we
лучше
saw, that
варварская,
rocket at the
если
very
уже
end. I don't know
выбирают,
if that
то
was a little
варварская.
BM there. I don't know.
О,
Oh
красавчик.
man, it was unnecessary. He got the win anyways. It was
Подождите.
unnecessary. He got the win anyways, but hey.
I'll tell you one thing. At the end of these matches in the new game mode, you can actually have a conversation with your opponents.
cool.
So this is something that we never
Там
seen
я бы
before.
банду
And instead of
гоблинов,
just having
наверное,
6
выбрал,
emotes
хотя-
or whatever, now there's
А чё он
like
там выбрал,
20 or 30.
интересно?
So you can,
Нет, ну не банду
they're like, you
гоблинов,
can't
походу,
type,
выбрал.
but they're preset options that
Выбрал.
you can say, hey, join my clan. Hey, my fault, bad match, or whatever like that. So there's all kinds of new emotes. It'll be interesting to see if they creep into
Если
the
не
game in
ошибаюсь,
other
этот
ways as
пацан
well.
здоровый,
call my opponents a
то
jerk if
гоблин
they
вот
send me
этот
to
очень
email?
It
популярный
didn't.
игрок,
I kind of
очень.
did a little scan, and it didn't look like there could
Я
be
его,
that
честно,
many
нигде только
BM
не вижу.
options.
Well, let's check out this first game in the second matchup.
Ну, я не
Yeah,
сильно
we're getting into it here.
комментирую,
They
чтобы вам
just got
не
the
мешать
draft down.
смотреть
10
тоже.
seconds into the match here, starting out with a giant skeleton at the top and matched with
Ну
a
что ж,
princess
погнали.
and a goblin hut on the bottom.
Стоп,
I
нет,
believe that you
это...
are right, Ash. Is there
это
some
походу-
sneaky troop behind that giant skeleton? Though I can't quite see what it is.
Не,
It looks
это
like it's
не
a
гоблин.
level 1. It's a lumberjack
All right.
and a bandit out the left side. Big ground-based push from Flake's Power and Bruno Playhard. The top team, Soccer Over Football, making their way down the left side lane. Wish is going to be able to stop most of this, but look out for the skeleton army out the right. There's no splash damage from that musketeer. She can't handle all this.
Oh, the ice golem comes in
Отлично.
just the nick of time. And you got to be very careful. When any troops get close to your end zone, there could always be, especially early on in these matches, there could be that freeze, that lightning like we saw before.
Мортиры,
Those
кстати,
spells
заметили, очень
really
часто
have more
попадаются
value
здесь
the closer the troops
мортиры.
get to the end zone, Woody.
Even a zap can
Не знаю,
get
кстати,
you
почему.
into the end zone. You know,
Давайте
we've seen
наберем
so
5
many
лайков,
times
please.
where a mini P.E.K.K.A can just get one more shot on the tower because of a zap. The same principle applies here. If they're close to that end part of the map, they ought to be able to get some damage in.
Absolutely.
Punch
And here we
spell.
go. You can see the battle ram kind of pushing
О,
this
сейчас
royal
тут
giant
смотрите, как
along in the
прикольно
right
таран
lane here.
толкает очень.
There must be working pretty
Вообще
hard. That
же
royal
это-
giant's a big fella, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Ooh,
It looks
чё
like
он
battle ram's
делает?
going to go down.
Very
Хотя
well,
смотрите,
though.
ой,
Fireball
слушай,
into that
вот.
right side, but a wizard duo of that over there.
Так, пацанам
Who
надо
we got? Is
что-то
that Harry
кидать.
Potter and
Ну, я сейчас
Ron?
говорю
I don't know
относительно
who it is, but they're doing an
синих.
effective job here behind this giant. This
Ну, это,
giant
походу,
has to be dealt
ГГ
with on the right
синим,
side.
да,
Meanwhile,
всё.
on the
the
left
splash
side,
damage is enough. Knight's
my
gonna block
God.
on the left, but yeah, look, this giant's making it all the way to
Синие
the tower.
проиграют.
He's gonna
Here
do it.
we go.
Смотрите,
There
смотрите.
is tower.
Красный ты
Playhard
прихлопнул.
get the touchdown.
Лайк, спасибо большое. Спасибо. Кто ставит лайк,
Soccer
тот
over football
топчик.
starting off strong, but Team Tryhard has got to make a comeback here. They got a minute 14 to do so.
Absolutely. And
О,
Soccer
5
over
лайков,
football,
красавчики,
they did a
ребят,
really smart
просто
thing there, is They
топчики.
supported that push behind the giant, but they also
Так,
applied pressure
смотрим,
on
что
the
дальше.
other side
Кстати,
of the
тут,
arena.
наверное, уже 100
Kind of
зрителей, 100
distracting the
тысяч зрителей.
opponents,
А, нет,
keeping them guessing, so to
уменьшилось
speak,
резко.
and also making them use some of their elixir to defend one side, while the other side, that giant, eventually was able to kind of lumber his way into the opponent's end zone, or into their end zone.
Right, even if you don't fully intend to actually get a troop across the line on that side, forcing your opponent to drop more elixir than you did
Смотрим.
is a great strategy to make sure that your primary attack can actually make it there.
Yeah, so right now, if you use it as
Два,
an
кстати,
example, you see the
бразильца
barbarians
против
from the
двух
barbarian hunt are
германцев
getting
играют.
dangerously close to that
Мы
left
видим.
end zone.
Dang,
All
it
it
is
takes,
just obliterating that poor goblin hut. They're trying to throw those spears, but those beefy barbs are a little bit too much for them to handle.
I've noticed.
Wait, he's about to make it across. Look at the bottom left.
Oh!
Oh, a spear goblin
Oh
hops out just
my
in time.
почти.
Gosh.
Frosty the Snowman taking a
Синяя
spear
что-то
from this bandit
пока что
out the
вообще
right side. Looks like she'll be
слабоватый.
Look at this
overwhelmed.
push on the left here, Woody. This is going to be trouble
Ой,
here.
ой,
This is going to be trouble.
They can stop
О,
it.
бревно.
That's touchdown.
Touchdown!
Ну, Ну, я так понял, видите, вот синенькие, вот эти, они тупо играют. Когда на основу, я не знаю, честно, еще не знаю. Еще нету инфы. Вроде в октябре где-то, но когда именно, я не знаю. Это, что хотел сказать. Я, кстати, засниму это сразу, когда оно выйдет, и я уже жду Pro Stars на Android. Прикольный очень режим. Хочу уже сам поиграть. Ну, как вы видели, вот то, что я хотел, кстати, сказать. Синие играют, как в обычный Clash Royale, то есть они забили на тот маленький, на их маленькую атаку, хотя надо дефать, а они просто забили и пошли в атаку. Ну и вот из-за того, что они забыли то, что это тачдаун, они проиграли. Ну да, тут еще здесь решают карты, конечно.
As we said, it's all a draft in this new game mode. Coming, next update. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
But, so what do you think about draft strategy? What would you do here?
I think it's really useful if you're able to talk with your teammate, especially if you're sitting right next to them, but, you know, at least be able to communicate with them what sort of cards you're drafting, what your strategy overall is going to be, what kind of holes you might have in your defense that they may need to fill by picking a spell.
Очень красиво тут сделано, вот это вот, именно студия вся, очень все красиво.
Right?
Of course, you'd think so.
Yeah.
But who knows in this game mode? Who knows, right? It's weird.
I think that certain spells are going to get a lot more value here too. Cards that can take out and push entirely, like Rocket or Lightning, just to wipe out units that are coming for you, would be very valuable. It might be a little awkward though if you throw a fireball at a Musketeer and she manages to cross the finish line with just a little bit of health left.
Speaking of finish line end zone here, the big push was kind of stymied here, using these defenses really well. But is a Goblin Gang and an Ice Wizard able to stop this balloon?
No, it's still pretty healthy.
Да.
Close to the goal line. There it is, touchdown!
Отлично, просто дошел шарик. Первая победа синеньких. Try Hard. Первая их победа.
Try Hard was a big fan of doing those monster pushes. And basically what their strategy is they make sure they don't pass the opponent any strong defense, such as the Inferno Tower, even, dare I say, Bomb Tower, which is actually good in this game mode. And what happens is their strategy is don't pass the opponent anything that can kind of distract or defend a monster push, and then really go all in.
У кого есть этот режим? Пока что ни у кого, скоро он выйдет у нас. У всех пока что это просто турнир у топовых игроков. Ну и показывают, как они сейчас играют. Ой, хороший яд. Красный слышал.
Instead of on the outside here.
I think these guards are going to be able to stab it down there. They're pretty beefy. With those shields especially, presenting a big threat. Will the bowler be able to reach the princess? I think he's got it.
One thing you don't want to have happen in these matches that I've seen so far is to be down really early.
А у них как? Ну я же сказал, да. Ну это считай как разработчики. Видишь студия, у них сейчас там просто прямой эфир. И всем показывают, то есть они сейчас там играют. Это вообще турнир, получается, сейчас идет. Но не у всех. Такой первый тестовый турнир для этого испытания. И давайте наберем 7 лайков или 8, потому что 7 зрителей опять лайков. Буду благодарен. Поставить лайкосик. Реально уже так хочу поиграть в этот режимчик. Но тут, конечно, нужно совсем по-другому играть, нежели как в обычный режим в клэшке. Потому что вот тут надо брать красных персов и медленно. Дровосек, кстати, режим такой себе. Чё, прикольный режим? Поиграть с друзьями, прикольно. Мне интересно, как тут вообще есть дровосеки или он типа как тут вообще дисбалансный, очень быстрый и хотя тут же все по идее есть, поэтому просто еще мы не видели в деле дровосека, надо будет посмотреть. И Хога, кстати, я не видел. Видели друг друга, они похвалили друг друга, команды. Опять берут. Кстати, 1-1 играют. Я думаю, честно, то, что красные чуть-чуть выиграют.
You know what I'm going to do?
It's a great story.
I'm going to try to calculate who has more subscribers combined, and I'm going to root for that team so they can get more people happy with gems. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, man.
Так,
No, but
смотрим, что
seriously,
они
both of
там
these players
выбирают. Я
have
люблю,
been
когда
working
показывают,
together
что
now
они
for a couple
выбирают. Давайте,
days in
о.
this game mode, so they have a certain
Так, там
amount of
бы
synergy
я
together.
гигантскую
I think
скелета
that
взял бы.
leads-
Хотя нет,
and I
исцеление
wouldn't
здесь
be
тащит,
shocked if this one
реально.
goes into sudden death in
Слушайте,
third match.
исцеление здесь тащит.
I think I need to calculate the team that has fewer subscribers, because then maybe the gems that they win
I'll
will
tell
get
you-
them tied
I'll
up.
tell you the team that has the
Видите,
fewest. It's
думают.
us. Yeah, that's why we're hosting. All right, so
Да,
19,
с друзьями
15
топово.
seconds left in this draft here.
Что,
I
взял
have noticed some
всё-таки
interesting
гигантскую
draft
скелету,
strategy,
да.
not in terms of card selection, but in terms of what order they're drafting. I noticed that some of these players actually draft the cards, one person drafting all 4 cards, and the other person drafting all 4 cards, seem to kind of build the deck a little bit more cohesively when you do it that way.
Все,
You know,
погнали мы
something else that
следующую
I think
каточку.
one of our competitors said earlier was that
Ну, мы, они.
if you make easy decisions first and
Ирка.
kind of wait on more difficult decisions in terms of drafting,
Возможно.
that might help too.
Ой,
So I
не,
might
не-
choose 3
не
cards and
придут.
wait
А
for
вот
you to
гигантские
try to pick your
скелеты
final
не
Yeah,
one.
you
Make
might
sure
have
you like
arrows
it.
and rocket, and then you can say, okay, we need this. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Ой, капец,
Inferno
на
Dragon
бомбу
coming in
сколько
from Team
скинули, ГГ.
Tryhard.
And you can see the log there was placed right at the center mark.
Видите?
And log,
Оп, и
Goblin
всё.
Barrel, Miner again,
Это
and
ГГ,
Graveyard are the only
мне
cards
кажется.
you can place in the center of the arena past your first white line.
Хотя, стойте.
Going to stop this last
Синие
attack
еще
of
могут
Prince, but
вытащить.
I don't think he's going
Не,
to
ну
get
я
very
не
much
говорю,
damage
что
against that Baby
точно
Dragon.
ГГ.
Soaking shots with that Mega Minion.
I gotta say, Expo seems like a very valuable card in this game mode. Even though obviously it can't be used offensively, it just kind of owns the center, dominates the center of the arena like that. It's almost like a control type archetype
Пошел.
in this
Ой,
touchdown
голема
mode.
тяжело будет.
You know, a lot of normal
Я,
Clash
а вот
Royale play,
очень
I'll
было
say,
бы
with
хорошо,
the Arena
если бы...
Towers.
Ой, смотрите.
Oh, look at this.
Слева, слева,
Oh, man,
смотрите.
it's sneaking out the left.
Спирит.
Oh.
А,
No.
нет.
Whoa,
Ooh,
whoa.
Princess
Заметили.
catches it.
I hope I didn't tip anybody
That's
off.
gonna
there.
burn. Get some aloe vera for that poor princess. Oh, not quite quick enough. She's gonna go down on that second Fire Spirit.
So this could be trouble here.
Oh, it's
For
definitely trouble.
Tryhard. This could be a lot of trouble. They have the golem,
Нет,
it's
ГГ.
gonna split into golemites. They have the witch,
Всё.
spawning those skeletons.
Oh no, Golomites are making it toward the right side. Fireball goes down.
Да,
And
проиграли.
a touchdown
Красавчик.
for soccer over football.
Этот слева пацан вообще так радуется, и такой, как-то малой, как
Well, we're
будто.
still only halfway
Хотя
through this
видно,
match,
что
so it's
пацан
still
нормально.
anybody's game here. But at this point, Team Tryhard, you know, they need to get something going.
Be able to turn it around, but it's difficult. Do you think double elixir time benefits either of these teams, one over the other?
It's tough to say. I think just like normal Clash Royale, this is one of the things that actually remains the same, I think, is that when you have a heavier deck, a more expensive deck, you probably have
Ну,
the
нужно
advantage
сейчас им
in double
выиграть,
elixir.
потому что...
That's fair enough.
Just gotta make sure you keep track of everything, like those two armies.
Yeah. Oh man, another
Ну,
card coming out
всё-таки
from the
красный
top.
выглядит
Soccer over football's got the
посильнее.
Three Musketeers.
Может быть, этот
Three
тем не
Musketeers,
везет
of
с
course,
картами, но
not
все
as
же.
valuable as they normally would
Вряд
be
ли.
because they cannot be split in this game mode.
Oh, I see. They're all going down that right side lane.
Yeah, so they can be taken out, and but this is a big wave coming in, a big wave for soccer over football.
Oh man, this
Ну
bandit's
да,
getting close,
всё-таки
but she can't dash
красный
past the
реально
finish
пошёл.
line.
Yeah, Bandit, you'd expect to be an absolute beast in this game mode, and she's certainly not terrible, but the thing is, she can't dash into the end zone. So as long as you place your troops in the actual arena, you're looking okay.
Dang, this mini peck is having trouble.
Whoa,
Oh,
Mini Peck
barely
is
takes out
soft
some
that
Musketeers. Looking out for the skeletons.
Oh!
The
Ой,
witch
красный,
gets them across the
красавчик.
finish line.
Смотрите.
Touchdown! Team
Просто
Soccer over football.
Дай модерку не есть вариант.
All right, so soccer over football with a 2-0
Особенно
lead
если его
here.
пацаны
It's
этого
on,
играют.
only 15 seconds. I don't
В
think
очках,
that Team
которые.
Tryhard is even can mathematically even make a comeback
Да,
at this
это
point.
ГГ, мне
Oh
кажется.
man, I don't think so either.
Голем
Ash.
решает
Well
жестко.
played to them, and they're sharing that sentiment with their opponents right
Голем
now.
тупо
Lights Power
решает.
and Bruno play hard with the 2-0 victory in this game.
There it is.
We'll take the match overall.
Absolutely, man.
Все. Победили у нас красненькие.
A 2-1 match result. Very well done, guys.
Второй раз подряд.
So
То есть
soccer over
два
football.
красных
Good job,
победили.
guys. It came down to that third match. Did your strategy change at all going into that third and final match when all the pressure was on, Bruno?
It was really hard, man. Yeah. The Golem did a really good job against like Lava Hound and those troops. I just want to say that their team name is Tryhard. My channel name is Play Hard. So that's a thing. Just a joke.
Интересно,
That's a
сколько они
good point.
сейчас эти?
Hey, you definitely played hard there.
55
As far as
тысяч
tanks, you
баллов.
mentioned the goal, and that was definitely your MVP there. What
Капец,
other?
пацан
How would you
плотный.
kind of rank the tier of tanks so far in terms of? Would you rather have that beefy golem? Do you like the lava hound because they didn't have to deal with all the pups? What is your favorite tank?
Golem, my favorite by
Да,
far,
очень,
and then
эта
Giant,
студия, конечно,
and then put
просто
2 tanks
топовая
together, like
сделана.
Golem and Giant together, or Golem or
And Lava
Lava
Hound.
Hound, yeah.
Yeah, so the Golem, Lava Hound, they have to stop the pups and the Golemites. It's a lot of
Exactly.
firepower. Yeah, well, good job,
With some
guys.
spells, like perfect.
Yeah, we'll see you in the finals.
Thank you.
Ждем турнирную
Team
таблицу,
Tryhard,
сейчас
it was a
покажут нам.
closely fought match, but from the
И
losers bracket, you're gonna have to
я
try
думаю,
harder if you want to make it to the grand finals.
Скоро, думаю,
What
покажут.
did you learn that you think can improve your gameplay for the next matchup?
I think it was pretty unlucky. We had the counter for the 3 Musketeers, a poison spell, but it wasn't on my starter hand, so that was quite unlucky. The Musketeers aren't so strong overall, but against the Lava Hound without a poison spell, they beat us.
Well, one done, guys. It was a close 2-1 match.
Yeah, good job, guys. Let's give it up.
With that, guys, let's take a quick look at the bracket. Despacito
О,
and Soccer Over
турнирная
Football will be
таблица,
up on top
смотрите,
in
то
the
есть-
winners bracket. They're going to be going up against each other next to determine who
Стоп.
will be going to that best of 5 finals.
Absolutely. Then after
Откуда
that,
возьмутся вот
it's going to
это?
be the big showdown between Four Eyes and Tryhard. The
Подождите.
loser
The
will
do
go
or die
home. The
matches.
do or die matches. So stay tuned for that. But right now,
А,
it's time to
шарю.
introduce our
Подождите,
next.
я правильно понял, стойте. То есть эти с этими сыграли, выиграли эти, да? Эти с этими сыграли, выиграли эти. То есть здесь проигравшие из этих победителей шел. А, и с этими проигравшие сыграют. Кто выиграл, попадают. Да, все, я понял. Понять, как они так сыграют. Все, эти теперь идут играть за синеньких.
And on the red side is going to be Team Bieber.
Опять вы видели, это
Despacito!
настоящий орел. Ой, не орел, какой орел? Огонь.
All right,
Уже
gentlemen, start
заговорили.
drafting.
We have got the 2 winning teams going up against each other.
Absolutely. That means the winner of this series of matches here moves on to the grand finals here. So this is going to be a big, big match. What do you got here? What do you got?
Хотя я не вижу, что там. А, принцесса.
Would you
You can
pick your
just see
left or
over the
right?
guy's
Left or
thumb.
right?
You
О,
can see over the
дровосек,
thumb.
кстати. Там сейчас взяли
It's very interesting.
дровосека,
It looks like they're
отдали.
doing a lot of communication.
Это круто. Мне
You know,
кажется,
speaking
дровосека
of
нельзя отдавать.
communication in
Дровосека,
normal
мне кажется, в
2v2
этой...
mode, when you play, do you
Ну,
prefer to
здесь
be
это
on
топчик.
voice, or are you kind of one of those players who just takes it super casual?
I'll be completely honest, Ash. I usually just hit that quick play button and play with whoever's
Whoever,
around.
yeah.
But if I do wind up playing with someone that I know, I usually prefer to be in voice. You know, it's not always practical, but when it's possible, it's a lot easier to get the win when you're talking with your teammate.
Here's the thing, Woody. I felt the same way that you do. Like early on in 2v2, I thought that, you know, you need to be on voice to do well. But I think both of us
Видно
have
по их
posted like
лицу
on our
то, что
channels
они
2v2
довольны
tournaments. And
выбором, поэтому
surprisingly, a
смотрим.
lot of teams who are on voice do really well. I think that there's ways that you can
Well,
communicate inside the game, hopefully, to still give you, you know,
Бомбят
kind of an even advantage or an even playing field, I say.
Yeah, yeah. There's something to that.
I think the Furnace, by the way, the first card played here, is a really good card in this mode. Do you agree?
I
Смотрим.
definitely agree. Yeah, great at wiping out little swarms of troops coming in. It kind of does the same job that the tower usually does by finishing off whatever's coming at you, unless it's a ranged
Отлично
troop
придет.
that's actually able to kill those fire spirits before they reach
Теперь
them.
ему
You'll see
нужно
the
правда
bomber
тыкать.
getting that.
This is our
Гард.
first Pekka appearance here.
Wow, yeah, I haven't seen that before. I think that there's some
Неплохо.
cards that aren't necessarily in this game mode. Is that right, Ash?
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of cards that, right now, it's still the developer version. This isn't live yet. It will be
Палач,
live
палач
in
слева.
October, hopefully.
Окей,
The
дефают
cards that we
дровосеком.
don't see
Ой,
as of right
дровосек
now are the
погнал.
Mega Knight, the Cannon,
Конечно, да, его
the
там
Cannon
дефают,
Cart,
но, блин,
Hog
ярость его.
Rider, Elixir Pump, and Bats. I think that's all the cards that we don't see in this
Вот
game mode.
просто там,
So
например,
with that
I don't
said,
think Flying Machine's in there either.
Flying
Maybe
Machine.
it just came out.
yeah, I don't know, 50-50 on Flying Machine. But either way, we don't see Bats. They're fast-moving, hard to account
Dang, that
for.
goblin at the right side, it's gonna make it!
Wow!
Волгу
Touchdown!
дошел. Офигеть.
Early for Team
И вот
Soccer
эти
over
чуваки
football.
красненькие смотрите.
Bruno
они
Playhard
начинают
and Flake's
проигрывать.
Power get that early stab out the right side, and they're going to be 1-0 up against Team Despacito.
Unbelievable. I missed that goblin. I was too busy blabbing about banned cards and minions and bats. I got to pay attention to the game.
What's very
man.
useful information to know for when we get to play it later, but Soccer over football with the 1-0 lead.
Here it comes, Royal. How do you feel about Royal Giant?
I don't really like Royal Giant in this format, to be completely honest. I think it's good for taking out those buildings, but you never know if your opponent's going to be playing more troops than buildings, and if he doesn't get a chance to shoot something, what is he? Just a big body walking across the arena.
Yeah, if you want a big body, you want a giant. You want a golem. You don't want something that's going to be stopped for any reason at all.
Ugh. Well, left side of the defense is looking pretty strong. Bruno Playhard and Flake's Power running Spear Goblins, Wizard, and Princess, they're all shooting that Lava Hound, finally about to take it down. Look out for the Valkyrie out the right side.
So with the pups, just like the normal game mode, you have to be very, very careful.
Oh, the Valkyrie! Oh, she turns around.
Wow.
No, you're going the wrong way. Walk toward the goal
I was
line.
losing track of whose team she was on for a second there. Pulling a Forrest Gump going to the wrong end zone.
Run, Valkyrie, run! Back out the right side, about to get the chop off on that Executioner. Poor dude goes down. Nice Princess out the left, finishing off that bomb tower. It's a little bit useless when it's out of range.
Absolutely. So Princess obviously is not really a threat to actually score a touchdown, but she's still a really good card. She can snipe, basically has the range of the entire
Смотрите,
arena.
шарик летит.
That is
Шарик
very, very useful.
летит.
Look at the
Three
balloon.
Muskies from Alvaro and Antrax. The hard counter, Fireball Zap takes them all out.
Chief Pat would be proud.
I'm sure he would.
So here we go. Royal Giant actually slowly but surely lumbering his way. Does not get there, unfortunately. But here comes the counter push.
Tears from Alvaro and Antrax. They can't get across the arena just quickly enough. And that is going to be a game win for Team Soccer over football.
It looks like it.
Все? Что, типа, короткие матчи стали теперь? Чего они так радуются?
So I don't think Soccer over football has lost a match yet. Am I
I believe that you're right. Yeah, they got a 2-0 in their first
теперь
match.
what do they know that the other teams don't know?
Всего таких 3,
Or
я
is it
так
just
понял.
lucky drafting?
Oh, it's definitely not luck at this point. The consistency was amazing, but you know they did just drop that game right there, so it's
see.
not that way anymore. Oh wait, no, Soccer over football.
They won.
Okay, yeah, I'm switched up
Remember?
now.
It's the Bruno play hard, Woody. Play hard, undefeated.
Gotcha. Yep.
So
Wait,
yeah,
no, I thought that Playhard got the 2-1 over the German team.
Так, я пока выключу.
Woody, don't question me. Just go with it.
You're right, Dad, sorry.
They haven't lost a match, darn it. All right, so here we go into the draft again, going into this second match here. So, you know, I have faith here in Team Despacito. I think they have something coming here. You can just barely see their screens right now. I think it's important to have one building in these drafts, but not to overdo it at the same time. Because remember, buildings are great on defense, but they can't counterattack, right?
Right. I don't know. I don't think Bruno looked too happy about the draft choices he was getting there.
Hey, look at his expressions. I don't know.
Alvaro's studying the screen, trying to figure out what to do and what to make of this.
I like this. Both teams seem to be really strategizing this draft. We haven't seen this yet. You know, concerned looks on their faces, but we'll see who comes out victorious here.
Hey, man, it's no good if you're down one game. You got to get back in there fast. And this is a best of 3. Once again, until we get to the grand finals.
That'll be best of 5.
Yeah,
Yep.
which will be best of 5.
So here we go, starting out with a Furnace Golem. Seems like a really strong combination, a great way to start out for team football, soccer over football.
One little Fire Spirit hops onto those goblins. Nice play there. Bruno play hard and flex power with the Baby Dragon Lumberjack. E-Wiz combo out the left side. That's going to be a pretty...
That's it! Wow!
Опять я снова тут.
Man, you better ask Bruno and Flakes how to train your dragon, because they sure know how to do it.
And if you look at their decks right now, Woody, it just... They had a lot of ground units right now. They have Goblins, they have they have Valkyrie, Giant, they have Bandit.
Oh,
Not a
Shark
lot to
is
target
getting
that Baby Dragon, especially with the rage from the Lumberjack.
Yeah, interesting to see those decks up there. You want to show us what Bruno play hard and Flakes power running?
Yeah, let's take a look here.
A little bit more ground-based, except for that Baby Dragon.
Tornado actually is a really...
We got this mini P.E.K.K.A.
Uh-oh.
Finishes
Так,
off the
тихо.
Wizard, and
Может,
Tornado's
сейчас
going in for
летит.
another kill.
Смотрите.
Takes out the Princess. Oh, stop just short, but the mini P.E.K.K.A. can...
The Giant though.
А,
Is he
гигант.
gonna cross? Oh,
That
wow.
was a double whammy, but they couldn't
Шахтер.
quite stop the miner on the left.
Ага, Шахтер, капец.
Team Despacito ties it up. 1-1 against Soccer over football.
They score again, so it's 1-1 right now in this
Ну,
match.
видите, они тут, ну, типа, там... А ты сможешь
Low
поиграть?
sneaky push. They forced just enough elixir out of
Меня
Soccer over
слышно.
football out on that right lane.
Не, меня слышно,
Prevent
когда я
them from
говорю.
having anything to stop that.
I
Просто
gotta say,
я
these
тихо
games
сейчас.
fly
Но
by,
так
do
не
they
слышно,
not?
я
I
сам себя
feel
слышу.
like they're fast. They're the same
именно,
time
я
as a normal
проверяю,
Clash
что-
Royale match, but they just feel so much faster.
They're quick, they're chaotic, and they're tons of fun. I hardly ever know what I should be focusing on, though. I think if I were playing this game, I would
Видите,
want to
опять же,
like watch
это
one
такой
specific side, left or
тренировочный
right, and
турнир,
try
то
to
есть
let
просто
my
поиграть так
teammate get the
ни
other
на
ни
one.
деньги,
Yeah.
ни на что.
That works in
Первыми
theory, but
поиграть в
it's
этот
so
режим,
easy to
едем все
miss
дружно.
something or to concentrate on one
Так
area of
что,
the map and then
друг
miss
другу
another
говорят.
area. When you have the Inferno Tower to lean on defensively, like Alvaro and Anthrax do, it's a really a big help, especially to stop that Golem, for example, that started out this match.
It's a nice job here by Bruno Playhard and Flakes Power spreading out those range troops on the bottom. didn't see the executioner able to lock on to very many of them at a time. Dark Prince out the right side is going to be able to finish off that archer, and the wizard survives. It's a big push coming in from Soccer Over Football.
And all they have is arrows for spells, so they don't have nothing to target all these small HP units coming through.
Dang, and a big lightning for the blue team.
And it's going to be...
And there he goes, a fire spirit makes it across the line.
Wow. You have to ask yourself at this point, if you're Alvaro and Anthrax, is there enough time? What is the minimum time to score a touchdown? It's going to be like 30 seconds, right?
I don't know, but they're running as quick as they can out the left lane. Balloon's getting frozen, though, and I think that's just going to be it. Fireball Tornado, an epic combo from Bruno Playhard and Flake's Power. There is no troop that can reach it across the goal line. That is going to be a 2-0 match win for the team in blue. Congratulations, guys.
Soccer Over Football.
Both returning to the red side of the arena.
So, Woody,
now.
last time I lied, they weren't moving on to the finals, the semifinals.
Yeah,
now
the
it's
semifinals.
official. You're moving on to the finals, guys. How do you feel?
Really nice, good.
Good.
Yeah? What do you think the keys to your victory in that matchup was?
Goaling again. I
Golem
think,
again,
yeah.
right?
I really like Tornado with Fireball. We could make like really good counters to their attacks.
Well, I noticed that your opponents didn't have many spells either, right? They only had arrows, and that kind of doomed them, especially when they had nothing to stop your big swarms of troops coming on their side of the arena. Do you think that was a pivotal role on your end, that you took advantage of the fact they didn't have the spells?
Yeah, they played well. Yeah, they played well. But I think we had more spells. The Tornado, Fireball, and Lighting, and Zap. So log that helped.
Like, was that part of your strategy going in to make sure that you had kind of diverse decks?
Yes, I always try to make a big push and use like a lightning in the end or a zap like I did.
Yeah, it seems like spells, and Despacito, you guys can probably back this up. You had a lack of, unfortunately, that last match, but it seems like spells are so much more valuable the closer you get to the end zone, right? Is that correct? Would you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, and I think in the last match, our problem was that we didn't have spells, just the arrows and the sap, so it was enough to stop their push. So, I mean, they played really well the draft.
Yeah,
And you also ran out of elixir. Toward the end there, it looks like you were fighting over on that right side of the map. A miner, of all things, was just able to creep in undetected.
Yeah, I mean, I just deployed the miner and tried to have like a squeezy troop to get, and it worked. So.
Well, the good news is you guys aren't out of it yet. So hopefully we'll see you still in the finals. There's still time left.
Hopefully.
They'll be going down to the bottom bracket, but they are going to face off against the winner of our next match. Ash, why don't we take a look at the teams that are going to be competing as we go forward here in our tournament.
Yeah.
Four Eyes and Tryhard on the bottom side. The teams from Germany and the North America will be competing against each other next in the do-or-die match for the right to go up against Despacito.
Yeah, let's go ahead and welcome them to the podium. Let's start off with Four Eyes. Let's give it up for Four Eyes, guys. But it won't be an easy ride for Four Eyes. They're up against Team Tryhard. Let's hear it for Team Tryhard.
You know, Ash, I feel a spiritual connection to Team Four Eyes with my...
Hey, if you guys need a sub, Woody's available.
Oh, no, please don't tell them that. I haven't gotten my practice in the way that these guys have.
This should be a really, really close match. I expect this one to be very narrow. Both these teams, I mean, all these teams are really good, Woody. I don't know if they're just all like strategy beasts or that they seem to have mastered this game mode already, this early on.
Yeah, but among these four teams, there can only be one master of the masters, the Grand Master, 200,000 gem champion.
Yeah,
Will it be one of the guys on stage right now? You think they're going to be able to make the Cinderella story return from the bottom bracket?
I don't know. It's tough to say, man. It's tough to say. It's hard to, at this point to go against, or to root against, or to vote against, or anything against Soccer Over Football, because they're dominant. So but I did notice that both of these teams, when they were drafting, they were using that strategy that we mentioned earlier. Look, they both drafted kind of one player first, and then the other player, especially Yarn and Eclipse over there.
Okay.
Let's see how they come out with, especially, let's take a look at these decks early on. Remind me, in case I forgot to show.
Uh-oh.
I want to see these decks. Starting out with the Furnace. The Furnace on the end zone like that, what do you think about that play?
I think it's a little bit more safe if something's coming at your Furnace. You'll reach it a little bit sooner. Gives you some more time to take it out and
Опа-на, посмотрите, какой
defend
пуш
your end
идет.
zone there.
Yeah, when dropping
Thanks,
troops in
Josh.
this
Josh,
new
keep it
game
in.
mode,
Sure.
yeah, when dropping troops in this new game mode, do you think that
Чё оно залагало?
or do you just use them reactively?
I think I'd be a little more reactively, except for these spawner buildings, which you just got to start off right at the very back there. You usually want to respond to what your opponents are throwing at you, try to counter them. That's a good strategy in normal Clash Royale and in this touchdown mode.
Absolutely, and that Royal Giant was actually a really good play there by OJ and Eclipse, basically stopping that push by soaking up all the damage, and now they have a nice little counter
A wave
going
across
on.
the
Yeah.
entire field.
The Dark Goblin and the Musketeer are going to need a little bit of support here, I think. The Skeleton's kind of creeping up on the left side from the Witch.
Dang, that Dark Goblin OP just took out that whole wave. Had a little bit of tanking help from that Lava Hound there. But, oh no, he's going to take some damage from this Princess.
Очень
Here comes a
охотно
big
катку.
push of their
Oh, he
own by
goes
Team
down.
Tryhard.
Balloon out the
Так,
right. He was
Электрomах.
on the left. You got a Lava Hound creeping in the middle, but the Inferno Tower
Ну, сейчас
melts.
шар может.
Both of these teams are doing a really good job, Woody, of being patient
Charlotte
and then
toповая
defending and then going on the counterattack. Especially early
Это
on, you don't want to give up an early
испытание
touchdown because you went too
для
aggressive
людей.
offensively.
Это
No,
просто
absolutely not. Fire Spirit's hop out of that furnace, and we're going to have a relative field reset here. Ash, I got to cheer for the blue team down on bottom. I love
Oh,
it.
I'm going red then. I'm
We're
going
going to drop
red.
up and down. Team
Team
4
Tryhard. Team Tryhard.
A 0-0 draw right now.
We weren't supposed to play favorites, Woody.
Oh, I can't help it.
All right, here comes Bandit. Of course, Bandit
Oh, это
cannot
вообще
dash
тяжело.
unless they play a troop. So if they were to play those Spear Goblins in the end zone, that would have been a recipe for disaster. Bandit would have dashed right into the end zone.
To the end zone, and that counts as a touchdown, right?
Absolutely.
Left
Doesn't
side.
matter if you have 1 HP left, if you're a 1 HP left
Skeleton's about to
skeleton.
make it.
And
Didn't
Oh,
quite
you
cross the end zone. They were straddling that
Ты
line.
выпустись,
so as
скелетики.
far as these end zones go, you actually go by the troop's shadow, similarly as you would in the regular
Ну, не
regular
меня,
arena
меня
if you were trying to track like a goblin barrel or something like
If you're
that.
trying to throw a rocket at a balloon.
Absolutely.
В этом, на этом стриме.
And the same thing with the touchdowns, right? So you want to
Если бы
keep
хотя бы
track
было
of
сейчас
your the
8
troop's
часов,
shadows,
то
especially if they're
было
air
дофига
units, much
зрителей.
easier, but still like the pup, for example, right there, you have to be very careful of the
сделать
Lava Hound
по-своему.
especially, because once the Lava Hound dies, the pup could essentially spawn into the end zone if it's too close.
Right. Well, great value there for that executioner at the right side. He will survive.
Nice Ice Spirit to kind of
Battle Ram
protect
pushing
those
him
three
into
musketeers.
danger.
Всё.
Whoa,
that's
big
good.
ol' rocket, 6 for 9 trade by Chef Strobel and
Капец.
Trimax up top. Taking
Yeah.
out those three musketeers.
Посмотрите, как
Using a little
Aggressive
positive
poison
elixir
from
trade
Orchis and
against
Eclipse.
the great OJ.
Yeah.
So here we
Giving
go
a
into
little
sudden
bit of
death.
his own medicine.
Никто не
Yeah,
затащил ни
absolutely, and
разу.
this is one of the closest matches
Я
we've
в
had
шоке.
so far, Woody. It's 0-0 into
Это пока
sudden
что
death
самая
overtime.
такая потная катка,
Zero. Great
которая
defense from
была.
his team so
Ой,
far. We haven't
хорошо, и
managed to
там,
get
и
a
там пуш.
tower.
Все, сейчас закончится игра, я уверен.
There's no towers,
There-
Woody.
wow,
There's
it
no
was, that's true.
towers.
We haven't managed to get a tower
You know
now.
what? Technically, you are right there. There are no towers down
Well, there's
so
an
far.
Inferno tower there. Burns
кажется,
through the lava hound
сейчас
and his
красный
executioner once
затащит.
again be able
Хочу
to chop through
смотрите,
that air
не
push
дыхали.
like a hot knife through
Я
butter.
в шоке.
Yeah, this is a really great match here,
Да
Woody.
кто-то
But this is going to be tough to defend here for Team Tryhard. But look at this defensive wave they have right now. The
Dang.
Musketeer, the Dark Goblin in the center. They have the Ice Wizard and the E-Wiz and Bandit on the left. Really good defense by both of these teams here.
Beautiful formation. I feel bad for that
Look at
Dark
his
Goblin
left-hand
that
side.
really went down. But yeah, left-hand
Мне
side,
кажется,
the
это
lumberjack.
Oh, the
And
giant skeleton.
I don't know. This lumberjack might be able to run past the bomb though. He's pretty
Справа
quick, isn't he?
идет. и
Uh-oh,
слева.
uh-oh,
Ой,
uh-oh.
ой,
Nice
плохо.
pullback.
But now we have a balloon coming down the other
Oh,
side.
that's right. Yeah, can we stop this balloon?
Very
Fire
nice.
Spirit first.
Oh,
It's
very
done.
nice defensive placement there with the Furnace and the Inferno Tower stopping that push on the right.
Oh, rocket a little bit too late. Chef Strobel and Trimax just threw away
Очень
6
плотно.
elixir.
This is a great match, Woody.
Very
Самый
close,
крутой Pokemon
0-0
матч,
draw.
реально.
The first one across the end zone line
No
is gonna
towers.
get the win.
No towers.
Stop!
So here we go. Skeleton Army coming down the center. Should be no issue for this princess here. Zap gonna
Ой,
yeah. I
это
don't
они
think they
могут
might
меня
have not
дефать.
needed it, but we'll see. We'll see how it
Better
goes.
safe than sorry sometimes.
Absolutely.
Helping this princess out too. She gets to survive for a little bit longer.
Hey,
Oh no,
excuse
the
me?
bandit dashes under her. Going for the furnace. Gets a hit off.
Uh-oh, this
Всё,
could be
это
it
ГГ.
here. This is going to be very difficult to
Красный
defend.
защитник.
One Lava Hound balloon,
Big
E-Wiz,
attack up the
Dark
right.
Goblin.
And they're forced
Да.
to drop troops to the center to try to block that ice
And that's
wizard. It
gonna
was
be
just
it.
too much. That
And
push
there
out
it
the right's
is.
gonna make it. Balloon crosses the end zone line. Team Tryhard for the win.
Офигенный бой.
4-minute and 53-second match by far our longest
Самый
match so
топовый бой.
far. Wow, that was good so far.
кажется.
Wow, that was
Шесть.
good.
Можно мне
Boy,
привет,
that went
конечно,
on for a long
Мик,
time.
здорово.
Some of these games
Спасибо
are
за 6
sprints, but
лайков.
some of them feel more like marathons.
Absolutely.
Спасибо,
You
ребят.
could see that both of the teams were kind of feeling out their opponents there. They were trying to, pace themselves early on. They don't want to give up that early touchdown. And it ended up being a 1-0 game. And I think that's a really good strategy to use. And then eventually Team Tryhard just ended up really just overpowering down that right side. The Lava Hound, the Balloon, even with those defensive
Хотя,
units, they just
слушайте,
couldn't keep
это
up with it.
и гоблины могут
The thing about that last push, though, was the Ice Wizard out the left side, just forcing them to drop a Witch on defense. That's a lot of elixir you got to throw away. And at that point, doesn't matter if you're able to get something to defend the right side. That Balloon going straight for the end goal line got the win.
Absolutely, and it might not seem like it because it seems rather chaotic, I gotta admit.
Yeah.
But every single positive elixir trade that you can make during these matches, it really adds up. And that's what eventually gets the team like the Tryhard to have that momentum to finish off the match and overpower the Four Eyes, your teammates.
Yeah.
So here we go into match 2.
It looks like Four Eyes is starting off a little bit slower this game. They're playing a Barbarian Hut.
Barbarian Hut was the card that Eclipse mentioned, is his new favorite card, I guess.
Yeah, and it gets a lot of work done. I haven't seen any elixir collectors, so there's kind of no way to build up for a big push. But you get a lot of value out of the Barbarian Hut, even if you're not sending a big wave in all at once.
Yeah, Elixir Collector is one of those cards that's banned from the mode, and it's for a good reason. I think Elixir Collectors would just kind of mess up the arena.
That's a really lucky push here from Four Eyes. I think that a lot of trades went in their favor. Maybe not luck. Maybe
Oh,
it's
the
toy
freeze,
ban.
the freeze!
Nice freeze,
But the Lava Hound will be stopped over here. Like we said, even if the unit is in the end zone, the troop will stop. But will the pups cross the line?
Oh, they're so
Wow. Wow, that was close.
measuring tape, Ash. We gotta
You
make
can see
sure.
Trimax wiping off his hands. He can't believe it.
A little bit sweaty, but he'll hold on. Lumberjack got the right side making a play here, but I think he's going to get
Look at that
stopped.
Witch. It does
by the
not
Witch
move
and
from
Cup.
the end zone there. Witch is definitely a really strong card in
Ой,
this game
сейчас
mode.
может
That's a
быть.
dangerous
Хотя,
play,
ничего
though.
пока.
As we said earlier, if you have a range troop behind
очень
the
интересно,
goal line,
прям
a melee
интересно.
troop will run right up to her and start chopping her down, and that's an opportunity to score for the attacker.
Well, 2 troops in a row that we saw. Uh-oh, the skeletons. Okay.
Oh no, World Giant can't kill him though.
No.
We need something to do.
This is going to be trouble here for Team
Nice
Four Eyes, I think.
tank and spank out the right, but yeah, that P.E.K.K.A. Giant Skelly combo. We
Ah,
really
but
needed
how the
something
tables
like
have
Minion
turned.
Horde to take it down.
Это ГГ.
Oh man, this
Giant
is not going to be
Skeleton.
enough.
I know. Giant Skeleton's
Кажется,
really good in this game mode as well because it can stop the counter push.
What
So
can Four
important.
Eyes possibly do right now? They're out of elixir. They're out of options.
Let's see their decks, Woody.
I think that there's just nothing there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good tombstone.
We're stalling,
If
but
they
I
can
feel
just
like
keep
the
kiting,
inevitable
just keep
is
kiting.
about
No, they can do this.
to
They can
happen.
stop this.
Can
They can stop this.
hold it off? Oh,
Come on, that's
man.
that P.E.K.K.A. Stop that P.E.K.K.A.
Oh,
Stop that
they
P.E.K.K.A.
couldn't do
Пика.
it.
Все.
No.
P.E.K.K.A. crosses the finish line.
Пека дошла.
Wow.
Фу, Коля, да.
All right, so 40
Tryhard.
seconds left for Team Four Eyes to
Four
make a
Eyes
comeback here. They just
do
need
it.
1 touchdown, so they really have to go all out. And you can see they're starting off really aggressively with the Royal Giant and the Lava Hound. Are they going to be able to sneak something in the right lane here?
Putting it all over on that left side. We got a Lava Hound, Royal Giant going
Nice
down though, not even
fireball,
able to
but-
lock onto that Goblin Hut. Nice lightning spell there. But I think it's a little bit too late. It's a lot easier to play defense.
It is.
When you can play troops right on top of your attackers, you're able to wipe them out. Chef Strobel and Trimax for Team Tryhard getting the job done. Ooh, a last desperate freeze at the right side, trying to get something to connect, but there's no way to get through that P.E.K.K.A.
And that's going to be it. It looks like Team Tryhard's going to pull off this victory.
Preventing the
Congratulations.
2-0 though,
Красный, да, затащили?
with that tombstone at the last second.
Да, красный.
A 1-0 victory at the last second. A 1-0 victory in that game. And
So Team Tryhard, congratulations, guys. You're moving on to the semifinals, not the finals this time. How do you guys feel?
Under pressure.
Under pressure. How about that last match? I noticed a few times you try, Max. You were like, whoo! They got really close to your end zone, those troops. Do you have any strategy? I noticed that you were placing your spawner units in your end zone. Do you think that's a good strategy, or do you think you should put them on the actual arena, the green?
It's okay because the enemy troops won't cross the line when there's a spawner. But for example, the Lava Hound, when he pops off and they're the lava pups, this might be pretty tricky. It was a close one.
Yeah.
Chef Strobel, there were a lot of situations there where you were catching a troop at the very last second, throwing a spell out to try to take out a spawner or finish off the remaining defenders. Do you love playing by the seat of your pants like that, or was that just the best way to get the most elixir out of your cards?
Probably sometimes we talk much, and sometimes we miss one card, and then Triax is, oh, we have to kill that one and kill that one. Sometimes it's pretty close.
Yeah, speaking of talking and communication,
Yeah.
do you guys we can't hear what you're saying, unfortunately, from the booth, but are you like, okay, I got this, I got the right side. Is that basically what you're trying to do? Defend?
Yeah.
Right. And then when you go on offense, is it the same type of strategy? Is it, support me here, let's go all in?
Yeah, he got
Awesome.
a lava hound, then I say, just put down under the lava hound the ice golem, then the ice golem can go.
Awesome, well, it worked out for you guys there. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks.
Team Four Eyes, you guys did great, but you ran up against those spawners again. They were your downfall in the first matchup, and it turned out they were difficult to deal with in the second matchup. Any new lessons from this second matchup?
Honestly, no. Both those matches were like really close, really intense, and out of all of the matches we played, I don't think we had a match that was like that long or that close in a while. So I think it was a good game. We tried our hardest, but we weren't number one.
Not this time, but you're going to be going home with 50,000 gems to split between the two of you and share with your fans out there. You got to be happy about that.
That's going to be awesome.
It's a lot of gems.
Yeah.
All right, Woody, well, the tournament will continue on. Let's go ahead and take another look at the bracket here.
Sounds like a great idea. We've got 3 teams left. Soccer over football is already in the grand finals. They're waiting for their opponent.
Absolutely.
It's either going to be Despacito or Team Tryhard.
This is going to be another close match. I would expect another late round sudden death maybe again, Woody. We'll see. We'll see here.
Perhaps.
But let's go ahead and have the teams again take their podiums. Let's start off with Team Despacito. And just when you guys thought you'd get a rest, you thought wrong. Team Tryhard, take your podium. All right, do you think there's any sort of advantage, maybe a momentum advantage for Team Tryhard going back-to-back like this?
I think so, absolutely. You know, it's a little bit jarring to have to play a game and then hop right back into the arena. But when you get the win, you're feeling good. And I think that can translate into confidence.
I think so, too. I wouldn't be surprised if Tryhard actually took the win here.
Oh, not at all.
A little momentum going their way, and they finished really strong there.
Yeah, and even in the game, even in the match that they lost, they actually had a 2-1 result. So it's been pretty close game so far. They've been playing very, very well. I think that they've got a great shot at beating the grand.
Both of these teams have proven that they can definitely pull out some come from behind victories, some straight up dominant victories, and everything in between. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top here. So the draft, about 20 seconds left. Any final thoughts before we go into this match, Woody?
Man, I'm just taking a look at the cards.
You can't peek, man. You can't
I'm peeking. You can't stop me, Ash.
So let's get this straight here. So both of these teams have guaranteed 100,000 gems. Is that correct?
No, I think that the loser of this match
it's 50,000.
gets the same, as
so the winner of this match is guaranteed 100,000 gems at least.
Yes,
to
the
share
team
with
as
their
a whole.
subscribers.
We'll get at least second, maybe even first place though. They could come back.
Could be 200,000.
Oh, wow.
What? That's crazy. A lot of happy subscribers here. So we'll have to see. Who are you guys in the stream rooting for? That's what I want to know. I want to know what stream. Are you hashtag Team Tryhard or hashtag Team Despacito? Let us know.
Well, just in case you've just joined us, we are looking here at the Touchdown Tournament, the new game format in Clash Royale, 2v2. You got to get your troops to the other side of the arena. There's no crowns, no river, no bridges to cross. You just got to get all the way in there. And a big fireball landed in for Shestrobel and Trimax, taking out those.
Look at this, though. Look at this. The Golemite.
Almost all the way.
That was dangerous.
Yeah, Bomb Tower at the very end stops some of that push.
Yeah, so this is a brand new game mode. It's coming the next update, and it's just one of the new game mode. Just one, Woody.
Really?
Yeah, just letting you know. A little teaser for you there. People getting excited in the stands. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. All right, so here we go. Bowler's going to stop these. The Barbarians coming in on the right, but look at this. A Miner Battle Ram.
Added onto that push right at the center line. Miner can burrow all the way in there. Battle Ram needs to be stopped. Ooh, making this way. Oh, the pre-fire arrows!
Wow. And
Maybe fired just after the minion horde came down. But that was a pretty good hit for Mantrax and
I
Alvaro.
gotta say, too, I think that Battle Ram is definitely the strongest card in this game mode in Touchdown. And, you know, part of the reason I say that is the Hog Rider is banned. The Hog Rider cannot be used, but the Battle Ram can. Battle Ram has a lot of the same attributes. It's the only charging unit in the game, the only targeting troop in the game that can actually be used. I think it's the best card by far in Touchdown. Do you agree? Disagree?
Best offensive card, I'd say yes. Best defensive card, I want to give it to Princess. Even though she doesn't get a whole lot of damage in, the ability to just finish off those little remaining troops.
What about
is very
Mortar? You're
valuable.
not going to give Mortar any love?
No, I love the
You're letting
Mortar.
down everybody. All the Mortar lovers out there are
But the
crying
Princess
right
is
now.
legendary, Ash. Mortar's fine, but I love hitting towers with